Good morning from Loveland Pass. Meg and I are up here about to do Grizzly Peak, Cupid, Mount Sniktau possibly. We're not really sure, but it's gorgeous up here. Loveland Pass is a place that's easy to get to, and you're way up high starting out. There's 3 13ers right here. You could keep going to a 14er, Torrey's Peak, if you want to do that. But you got Arapahoe Basin down there, Loveland Pass ski area the other way. It's going to be a nice morning. We really lucked out up here. It's such a nice morning. There's very little wind. Nice and sunny. Got the Citadel back there, Mount Parnassus. Beautiful 13ers on the other side of I-70. Yeah, here comes Meg. Whee! Well, we got some mega Karens. We just took a trail that's a little bit more direct towards the Grizzly Peak, and behind us is Sniktau, and back behind me you can see Torrey's Peak. Nice Colorado 14er. Beauty. Feels good to be running at 13,000 feet when there's still snow on the peaks. A lot of snow. It's special up here. Feels like cheating though. It takes a lot of work in the Indian Peaks to get somewhere this high. Pretty convenient.
Look at that. I gotta stop and look.
Meg's got to stop in and look, taking the view.
Wow, it's too good not to.
Wow, you can see those chutes on Torrey's. The tuning forks are kind of right in the middle. That's a line I skied a long time ago, probably like 20 years ago. There's Meg picking her way down this rocky section. All right, how about we do some time lapse of this stuff?
Waking up in the flower bed, the sun is up, table set,
on the ridge to Grizzly.
Eat and drink. Body and bread, blood and wine. There's a time to live, time to die, and a time to be. Slow down.
Whew.
And listen for a heartbeat. With everything in motion. the sum of what we planned, but the in-between. This miracle of human life and the body and time that we occupy, it is all together sacred.
All right, so Meg's feeling a little uncomfortable with these conditions up here, and I can see why. Right behind me is where the trail goes. It's pretty darn steep. We have spikes, we don't have ice axes. Yeah, I think it's doable on spikes, but you know, it's kind of sketchy. So we're gonna turn around, bop back over onto Cupid, and probably Sniktau, and head back down to Loveland Pass. So if you're gonna head up to Grizzly, that's what it looks like right now on June, I think it's June 10th. This view coming down. Nice sunny day. We're heading back towards Cupid from Grizzly. Just enjoying a nice alpine day with very little wind, sunshine. And I don't know why, but it reminds me of Easter, this kind of conditions where snow's melting and it's like it's still spring up here, I guess is why. Just starting to be spring, really.
Stop and smell the roses. Nothing here is guaranteed, but the love surrounding you and me will hold us together.
Can you guess what she's doing right now? She's multitasking. Popping a squat, taking her jacket off. Hey little dog, you see that dog? What a cutie. I got the sun hoodie up. I might look like a freak, but taking care of myself. Gosh, it's just glorious up here. Saw a couple people on the Grizzly Summit. A guy who turned around in front of us. Another guy. I think a lot of people are heading to Sniktau, if that's the right way you say it. And that's the way we are heading now.
In every single moment.
Okay.
Slow down.
Got the
Listen for a heart.
dog scene here. Woo! Fun times up here.
Here now. See the beauty that's woven.
So I know that we often glamorize being up in the high alpine mountains, but oftentimes it's so windy, like the struggle's real. It's just windy and harsh, but today it's like very little wind. Got to savor these moments. So far up here, we've seen marmots, we've heard pikas, or pika. We had a brown-capped rosy finch fly right up to us. Pretty amazing, and there were some big hoof prints going up Grizzly, which I guess it was a big mountain goat, is my guess. But you know, I have seen elk this high, even this time of year. It could be. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? This little set of mountains on this trail is pretty unique in how accessible it makes high mountain peaks from a main road. So you have Loveland Pass, just park way up on the pass, and it's not a huge hike to get to these peaks from the road. You already start out so high elevation. You have I-70 down below, the Eisenhower Tunnel is just below us, and views in all directions. Oh golly, gee whiz. So that was definitely a false summit, but we're on the way to the real Sniktau now. Whew. Not too much farther. Looks like a beautiful stretch in front of us. Oh yeah. Yeah. Mount Sniktau. Yeah. We made the summit. So that was interesting. As usual, there was a false summit on the way up here. But it was great because we saw that final summit. And it made it seem not like super easy, made it seem a little bit more epic. That was great. So kind of right behind me, we have Watcher Gulch. That's a place I used to do some backpacking stops. I used to guide backpacking trips with teenagers. We would stop there. One time we made a, what's it called?
A sweat lodge?
A sweat lodge. We made a sweat lodge out of the willows from they were nearby the creek, and some canvas tarps we had. Had some magical times up in there. So now we're gonna head down. I gotta say, it's really steep coming down that. And there's trails kind of going everywhere. It's really wide now from all the different little branches of trails. It is steep coming down that last descent. It can also be really fun.